So this is how I make Mabo curry, as inspired by the Tales of series, especially Tales of Berseria, in which there's a cutscene where Laphicet declares a Mabo curry to be rather delicious. This recipe gets pretty intense once we start cooking, so I'm going to prepare all the veggies, start chopping everything beforehand so that we don't need to chop at the same time as trying to stir a sauce.
So we'll start out with 3 cloves of minced garlic. Cut out 3 cloves from the bulb. Cut off the hard bottom and the pointed top of the cloves. And peel the skin. Then slice the cloves into circles. Turn the stack of circles sideways and slice across. Then rock the knife over the pile to chop the slices into small pieces. Put it in a bowl and set aside. One medium shallot. Cut off the tail-like end of the shallot, and cut off the fuzzy end of the shallot. Cut the shallot in half lengthwise and peel the skin. Slice the shallot lengthwise. Turn the strips sideways and cut across the lengthwise cuts. Put it in a bowl and set aside. Grab 2 to 3 medium-large chives. Cut them into 2 to 3 centimeter pieces. Put it in a bowl and set aside. Now 1 large, juicy red bell pepper. I like to cut the pepper into quarters lengthwise. Then cut out and remove the ribs, seeds, and the stem. Then cut each of the quarters into strips. Then each strip into small pieces. Now we want this pepper to be extremely finely chopped. So push the pieces into a pile and rock the knife back and forth. Pushing the pieces back into the pile as required until the pepper is chopped extremely fine and the juices start to run on the cutting board. Put the chopped bell pepper in a bowl along with its juices and set aside. Now 1 block, about 450 grams, of medium firm tofu. Open up the package and drain the juices. Then let the tofu block out onto a cutting board. I usually cut the tofu last so that I can keep it on the cutting board. Carefully cut the tofu into squares. Then carefully lay down the columns and cut the columns of tofu in the third dimension, turning them into cubes. The last couple things we'll need to prepare. We'll need a cup and a half of cooked rice, which I like to prepare in my rice cooker, as well as 3/4 cup of boiling water. And now it's time to cook. Start off by putting half a pound of ground beef and half a pound of ground pork into a deep dish frying pan. Brown the meat, breaking it into small pieces until it's cooked through. Once the meat is cooked, drain off any excess fat from the frying pan into a disposable can. This is where I usually start the rice cooker and the water kettle. Just before adding the shallot and the garlic to the frying pan, along with half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a sprinkle of dried thyme, a sprinkle of salt, and a sprinkle of black pepper. Mix it around a bit. Then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of black bean sauce. And 3 tablespoons of chili sauce. As well as the chopped bell pepper with its juices into the pan and mix it in. Let that cook for a couple minutes over medium-high heat. And slowly add the boiling water, along with a tablespoon and a half of mild curry powder. That's 22 milliliters. Turn the heat up to high and stir for about 2 minutes until the liquid is mostly gone. Then turn the heat back down to medium. Now carefully add the tofu cubes, spreading them throughout the pan so that we don't have to stir it too much and break the cubes. And then put a lid on the pan, then shake the pan to coat. Now add the chives, again spreading it throughout the pan. And again, shake. And that's about it. Scoop some rice onto the plate. Scoop some of the curry onto the rice, and serve.